Hi, and welcome to YourEntertainmentTicket.com. I'm Al McGee. Well, I'm here with a woman that I feel has a great history and very interesting, too. And she really helps out a lot of people, and I just want her to tell her story and also let you get to know Miss Barbara Wells. Welcome to the show, Barbara.
Thank you very much, Al.
Well, you know, Barbara and I, we have a little connection. We're both from Chicago, and her family started the Shed Aquarium a long time ago. Tell us about that, Barbara.
Well, I wish I could tell you a little bit more. My great-grandfather was in the ice business with his brother, and his brother Edward started the Shed Aquarium. And the last time I was there, it had been remodeled, and it's exquisite. I was there maybe 20 years ago, and it was not particularly well kept up. But now it's something that I think Chicago is very proud of, and it's a big attraction.
Yeah, I remember when they started to renovate it just before I moved down here to South Florida, and now it is a jewel of the Midwest as far as going to the aquarium and learning about fish. But then your family, at that time, they traveled down here to South Florida, especially around here in the Fort Lauderdale area, and they brought some land and started a business. Tell us a little bit about that.
My grandfather had 3 brothers and 2 sisters, and they traveled together. They did business together. My grandfather and his brother Tom came down south looking to start a business. They looked in Sarasota, and they went to Nassau, and they were very impressed with what they saw the possibilities of starting something in Fort Lauderdale were. So they bought a lot of the swampland, which is now Las Olas, before it was turned into Isles.
Yeah. And Las Olas is very busy through it now for visitors and locals to come here and go to restaurants and things like that. And there's a famous hotel that you own now, and your family own, called the Riverside Hotel, right?
That's right. I don't know how famous it is, but it's the Riverside Hotel, and we're hoping to be 5-star hotel, but expecting 4 stars.
Oh, okay, great. That's great. And you have a fine restaurant in there too, right?
The grill room, yes, we do.
Oh yeah, that's like 4 stars, right?
That has been since it started, which is getting to be about 10 years old now.
And now you the owner and you the manager of the company. Now, as a businesswoman, have you had any problems because you're a woman, or has the business world accepted you now because you're a woman now?
Well, I don't know if I really want to be accepted. I was not brought up in the business. I come from a fairly patriarchal family, and I was not aware of our owning a hotel until about 30 years ago. Mm-hmm. When we came down to visit over spring break, we didn't go to the hotel. My grandfather went to the office, which meant that he was going to the hotel. And it was more of a sentimental business that they started when they came down here. They saw there was a need for a hotel, but it was not a particularly good place to eat, and it was not open in the summer months. There was a clientele of older people who came for the winter. And since, I would say, in the past 10 years, we've brought it up to the level it is today, and it's got its own little niche. It's the oldest hotel now in Fort Lauderdale, and we try to keep it as much as it was originally as we can.
Okay. Well, you know, I always hear good things about the hotel, and I've spoken to people who stayed there. They just really enjoy it. So you're doing a good job.
Well, thank you very much.
Now, and also, have you, since you've been down here in South Florida, have you seen changes, you know, on Las Olas Boulevard and in South Florida and Fort Lauderdale? Can you talk about a couple of those changes that you've seen so far?
I came here 26 years ago. There were a lot of gift shops, a few restaurants, a lot of older people, and about 20 years ago, Kitty Ryan, who owns O'Hare's Pub, and my co-worker, Bob Van Fleet, went to the city, and they allowed us to put awnings up in front of the restaurants, and because we thought that there was no possibility of ever enjoying a meal outside because of the traffic. We later got on-street parking, which provides a barrier between the street and the people, and that seemed to be the combination to get people to come and eat, and that's why the stores stay open at night, and we have traffic from when the stores open till when the stores close on weekends as late as midnight.
Yeah, and I tell you, I come here to party and eat, and around midnight it's still full. People walking around in traffic, bumper to bumper. It's just like being on the ocean, people driving back and forth. So you are really started this innovation to bring more people to Las Olas, to Fort Lauderdale, right?
Yes, we did.
And was that fun doing that?
Well, that was the idea.
Well, see, that's how you started thinking. That's how smart you are. And you saw that down the line over 20 years ago. Well, Barbara, your company also has a charity, and you really work with a lot of people. What's the name of the charity foundation that you chair, that you're on, that your company has?
We moved to Florida, and we continued contributions to institutions in the Chicago area until recently. We thought it would make a lot more sense to support Fort Lauderdale. We have supported the Museum of Art in their building. We've supported recently what is going to be the women's wing of the Broward Health Center, which used to be Broward General. We recently bought a building for Handy, which is helping abused and neglected youth.
Wow.
Yes, we also started a DNA library in my father's name at Sloan Kettering, as well as we've supported Shands, which is the brain center at the University of Florida.
Wow. That's really fantastic. And I'm sure there are a lot of people today who uses that are really appreciative of that, of what you do and your family have done for them, right?
I think they do.
Oh, okay.
We've supported Broward Community College with some scholarship work.
Yeah, I used to teach there at Broward Community College.
Did you?
Oh, yeah.
And what did you teach?
I taught drama and public speaking there at Broward Community College. I taught there for about 4 years. As an adjunct, because I had my other job and things like that. But I really enjoyed that.
I bet.
I didn't know that.
Well, I should learn some of that public speaking.
Oh, well, I can teach you that. Wow, so, that's great your family did that, and then they started down here, too, because South Florida is I really enjoyed it here. I've been here for almost 18 years now, and I really enjoy it, but I do miss Chicago. It is a wonderful city, and some of the places you mentioned that your family contribute to, I'm very familiar with all those places there. Well, Ms. Wells, is there anything else you'd like to tell our audience before we sign off?
I'd just like to say that I have learned to appreciate South Florida for its beauty, its weather, the people. When I go back to Chicago, which I miss also, I appreciate it Fort Lauderdale all the more when I come back here. And I think it's becoming more and more of a, how should I say it, a place where people can raise families than it was 20 years ago.
Yeah, 20 years ago, people used to just come down here to die. They retired and then they died, right?
I think that's what they did, and I came early.
I know, because when I first moved down here, I said, wow, this is, I don't know. But then it changed because of a couple of your innovations, and it's much more fun now down here.
It's very fun. There's more to do here than any place in the world.
That's right. Well, thank you for watching YourEntertainmentTicket.com. Miss Barbara Wells, she's a very great guest. I really enjoyed her. And the information she gave us is very thoughtful and very helpful, too. Again, a brief little history of South Florida with the Chicago connection. I'm Al McGee with Miss Barbara Wells. Keep watching every day.